In a world where stability is a luxury, chaos has struck yet again. Unexpectedly, Iran has launched over 300 missiles at Israeli targets, a chilling act that could well be the first spark of a new world war. It's a development that has left the world on edge, yet the signs were there if we had only looked. The price of gold has been behaving like a wild horse, bucking and rearing with an unpredictability that now seems a clear warning of the storm on the horizon. This precious metal, often a barometer for global economic health, has been hinting at a major upheaval. Now, with missiles streaking across the sky, the message is clear. An imminent global conflict is looming, tension is mounting, and the world as we know it is about to change. As we brace ourselves for the impact, one thing is certain: the days of stability are behind us. The ripple effects of this conflict will touch every corner of the globe. We're not just talking about a regional issue here. This is a global one, with tendrils reaching out and wrapping around economies, industries, and the daily lives of people worldwide. Think about it. Global trade routes are like arteries, pumping life into the heart of the world's economy. War, especially one of this magnitude, is akin to a blockage in these arteries. It disrupts the smooth flow of goods and materials, creating shortages that ripple outward from the epicenter of the conflict. Now pair these shortages with increased demand. People are scared. They want to stock up, to prepare for the worst. But when everyone has the same idea at the same time, demand skyrockets. We've all seen it before. The empty grocery store shelves, the long lines for fuel. And what happens when demand outstrips supply? Prices go up. It's a simple law of economics. So, we're not just looking at a world where goods are harder to come by, we're looking at a world where everything costs more. But wait, there's more. Governments around the world will be ramping up defense spending, pouring money into wartime efforts. This increase in spending leads to a rise in the money supply, and with more money chasing the same amount of goods, we get inflation. That means the value of the money in your pocket decreases. Your dollars, pounds, euros, yen, they're all going to buy you less. So what's the bottom line here? It's simple yet profound. Everything, from the bread on your table to the gas in your car, from the clothes on your back to the roof over your head, everything is about to get a lot more expensive. The Middle East, the epicenter of this conflict, holds the key to many global supplies. As the situation unfolds, the availability and prices of these goods are set to take a significant hit. Firstly, let's consider oil. The Middle East is a powerhouse of crude oil and petroleum products. As the conflict escalates, the export of these vital resources will likely be disrupted, leading to a surge in global fuel prices. This increase will ripple through our economies, affecting everything from the cost of your weekly grocery shopping to your monthly utility bills. Next, we have natural gas. Countries in the Middle East export large quantities of liquefied natural gas, or LNG. The war will likely hinder these exports, causing a spike in the cost of heating homes and powering industries worldwide. Let's not forget about fertilizers. Certain Middle Eastern countries are significant exporters of urea and ammonia, which are used in agriculture. If these supplies are disrupted, we could see a knock-on effect on global food production and prices. Turning our attention to metals, the Middle East also exports aluminum and steel. These metals are crucial in various industries, from construction and transportation to consumer goods and packaging. A shortage will inevitably lead to increased costs and potential delays in manufacturing and construction projects. The Middle East also plays a vital role in the global food chain, exporting various types of nuts, including pistachios, almonds, and hazelnuts, as well as olives and olive oil. Many of these products are staples in our diets, and any disruption in their supply could affect our food security and prices. In a nutshell, the Middle East conflict is not just a regional issue, it's a global one, with far-reaching implications for our economies, our industries, and our daily lives. The loss of these vital resources will be felt worldwide, and unfortunately, the most significant impact will likely be on the everyday consumer, as the rising costs of these goods and services will inevitably trickle down to us all. In these uncertain times, being prepared is not just a choice, it's a necessity. We're living in an era where the unexpected is the new normal, where the world as we know it can change in the blink of an eye. And while we can't control these global events, we can control how we respond to them. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of prepping supplies and food, and how their prices will be affected by the current situation. Let's start with the basics. Prepping supplies. These are the essentials that keep you going when life throws a curveball your way. Things like water filters, emergency blankets, first aid kits, and solar-powered chargers. These items are likely to increase in price due to rising production costs and scarcity of materials. So, if you've been thinking about buying that water purifier or solar panel, now might be the time to take the plunge. Next up, food. We all know that a well-stocked pantry is a prepper's best friend. But with global trade routes disrupted and agricultural production affected, the cost of food is set to rise dramatically. Items like grains, canned goods, and freeze-dried meals will become more expensive. Yet it's more essential than ever to ensure you have a good supply of food on hand. Consider stocking up now, before prices soar further. But it's not all doom and gloom. This is a wake-up call, an opportunity to take action and start preparing. It's about making smart choices, planning ahead, and ensuring that you and your loved ones are ready to face whatever comes your way. Remember, preparation is about more than just surviving. It's about maintaining a sense of normalcy, of stability in an unstable world. So, let's not be caught unawares. Let's make sure we have the supplies we need, the food we need, and the knowledge we need to navigate through these challenging times. Because in the end, being prepared is the best defense we have against uncertainty. You can't predict the future, but you can prepare for it. The time to act is now. If you've been on the fence about prepping, this scenario should underscore the importance of being prepared for the unexpected. It's not about fear, but about facing reality and taking action. We all hope for the best, but it's wise to prepare for the worst. Let's not forget that being prepared goes beyond stockpiling supplies. It's about learning new skills, embracing self-reliance, and creating a network of like-minded individuals who can help each other in times of need. Start by assessing your current situation. How would your life change if things as we know them were to drastically shift? It's not a comfortable question, but it's a necessary one. Once you've done this, you can begin to create a plan. Food and water are your first priorities. Stock up on non-perishable food items and water purification tablets or filters. Remember, it's not just about quantity, but also about nutrition. Choose foods that are high in protein and essential nutrients. Next, think about your shelter and warmth. Do you have a safe place to stay if your home becomes uninhabitable? Consider investing in a high-quality tent and sleeping bags rated for all seasons. Don't forget about medical supplies. A well-stocked first aid kit is a must, along with any necessary prescription medications. Learn basic first aid skills if you haven't already. Communication is key in any crisis. Invest in a hand crank or solar-powered radio to stay informed about the situation and to reach out for help if needed. Lastly, consider your defense. This isn't about being aggressive, but about being able to protect yourself and your loved ones. Remember, prepping is a marathon, not a sprint. You don't have to do everything at once. Take small steps each day towards becoming more self-reliant. There are plenty of resources available, from books to online forums, that can guide you on this journey. In a world of chaos, being prepared could be your only lifeline. In the face of adversity, we have a choice: to crumble or to stand strong. As we face the daunting reality of a world in turmoil, it's clear that preparation is not just a choice, but a necessity. We've discussed the alarming onset of World War III and the subsequent rise in prices for everyday items. From oil to nuts, the cost of living is set to skyrocket. But remember, as the price of gold fluctuates, we are given a glimpse into the future, a warning to prepare for what's coming. This isn't just about the Middle East, this is a global issue that will affect every one of us. The war will disrupt trade, cause shortages, and drive up inflation. It's a domino effect that will reach into every corner of our lives. In these uncertain times, being prepared isn't just a precaution, it's a lifeline. Prepare today, survive tomorrow. Catch you on the next one.